Hey guys, welcome to Night Owl. I'm Jeremy.
And I'm Rami, and today we're watching Attack on Titan, Season 4, episode... So we're on Crunchyroll, and it says episode 80, but that's the 80th episode of the whole series. But the episode...
I think it's episode 21 of Season 4.
Okay, and the title is From You 2,000 Years Ago, which... I'm just hyped to see what happens, because the end of last episode was crazy.
The last two
so
episodes
ominous.
were crazy, yeah. I think this actually... It wasn't like the first episode of Attack on Titan titled like, To You 2,000 Years From Now?
The first episode?
Yeah, wait. Let me
No way.
pull up IMDb.
No way.
I'm gonna pull up IMDb. Wait. Okay.
To You 2,000 years in the future. Yeah. And then
Yeah.
From
that's-
You 2,000 years ago is this one. Oh my god, they planned this shit out from the beginning.
Wait, okay, so what could that mean? So if first episode is called To You 2,000 Years in the Future.
Mm-hmm. So it's a letter from somebody in the past, like assuming this is like a message or whatever, right? To you 2,000 years in the future, right? So it's something originating from the past, right?
Right.
And then this is something from you 2,000 years ago. So somebody receiving something from 2,000 years ago. So this is like, I imagine it as like a message or a letter or whatever. So 2,000 years ago, maybe that's like...
Well, 2,000 years ago was when the Eldian Empire first rose up.
That's what I was going to say, like maybe the first Attack Titan. And then this is like Eren receiving whatever that thing was.
Huh.
Right.
Jeez. Okay, so last episode, let's just recap. Zeke and Eren are in the Titan netherworld.
Yeah.
And...
Going through the Attack Titan's memories.
But Zeke didn't want to...
He didn't activate anything yet.
Yeah, so because time had stopped, Zeke had all the time in the world to try to bring Eren to his side and was willing to stay there with him for as long as that took.
Yeah.
And just take him through Grisha's memories.
Yeah.
To show him that Grisha brainwashed you, he's not the man you thought he was, you know, like, just join me.
Yeah. And then he realizes that Grisha didn't brainwash Eren.
Right. Eren is motivated by just parts of who he is.
Yeah. And he just assumed that Eren was brainwashed because that's how he was raised.
Right. And then they mind fucked us.
Yeah.
by showing us that Grisha didn't have it in him to kill the Rice family on his own, and that Eren
he found the hideout like years ago,
right? Yeah,
and then was at the gates and almost went down there, and then just like
decided not
turned
to.
back. Yeah, he just couldn't do it.
And then the conversation he has with Eren in the first episode motivates him to finally go through with his plan,
right?
Because Eren tells him,
he's
like, if we do nothing, then everyone who's suffered and sacrificed will have been meaningless.
Yeah.
Which was, I thought was so cool that conversation had that much weight for Grisha. But yeah, even when he gets there, he still can't go through with it. And then Grisha starts talking about how the Attack Titan has this special power that they can travel through time, like, with their memories. So Eren whispered in Grisha's ear to like...
So Eren and Zeke are just kind of there watching, and Zeke's about to like, you know, cut his hand or whatever to turn, and he just can't do it.
Not Zeke, Grisha.
Is it Grisha? Yeah. And then Eren just kind of bends down into his ear and just starts talking all this shit, like remember what this family did to your sister. You're just gonna let them slide, and like stirs up all this like anger and emotion, and like ensures that Grisha does what he came there to do, even though he otherwise probably wouldn't have. So Eren like ensures that event in the past happened.
But then after Grisha leaves the church,
he's like horrified with what he's done.
He's horrified with it. He sees Zeke and he like, first of all, apologizes to Zeke
Yeah.
for everything he put Zeke through, which is probably a really huge moment for Zeke. And then he begs, he like says that, you know,
He gets a glimpse of what Aaron's about to do in the future.
Horrified. And he begs Zeke to stop Aaron.
Yeah.
I mean, Aaron's still chained up, but Zeke realizes that Aaron has been in far more control than Zeke thought. So yeah, it was a bit unclear, like who
has the power in this moment.
At the end of last episode.
Because Aaron's just kind of staring down at him, mean-mugging, like, these changes mean nothing to me. Okay. You ready to watch?
Yes.
Okay. Let's go.
From you, 2,000 years ago. Oh, founding title. Oh. Oh, jeez.
Oof. Yeah. Same, bro. Whoa.
When he touched Astoria.
I don't even remember that moment.
It was when they were getting medals for winning Shiganshina back. Okay. So Zeke doesn't care if Aaron's with him anymore. Even Aaron doesn't know everything. Oh boy. Ooh. Oh. 一度動き出したユミルを止めることなどこの世の何者にもできない This show is insane.
Yeah.
Wait. Is this the story of Ymir?
Oh.
This is... Wait, is this before the time of the Titans?
Yeah, maybe.
Is that just the way Ymir is drawn, or is she actually blind?
That might just be how she's drawn. Because everyone else around her was drawn that way.
Who attacked?
These soldiers, I guess.
Right, but, like, who's who?
I think it's... It doesn't seem to matter right yet.
So they're all... Ymir was a slave. And they're not blind, this is just how they're being drawn. Did she? Is she actually? I wonder if she's actually the one who did it, or if like she's just.
This is a similar kind of thing that happened to the Ymir we know, right?
The Ymir, kind of, yeah, I guess. So. Oh shit!
Yeah.
What the hell? Fuck! Assholes.
It's like some Ramsey Bolton shit.
Yeah.
Just her discovering the power of the Titans.
Yeah, but I'm still not sure how exactly that happens. Like how true it is to the lore that they read.
Mm-hmm.
Like, is she actually gonna meet the devil of all Earth? She stayed a slave? Oh
Eldian Empire.
Is she really just so submissive as a slave to just continue serving Fritz? Because, like, if you've got the power of the Titan, you could free yourself if you wanted to.
Mm-hmm.
And she just doesn't.
Yeah.
Why is she so devoted to him? So that must have been 13 years after she got the power.
Mm-hmm.
That's true, she could just turn. Okay. Okay, so they names the walls after Ymir's daughters.
The original. So she's still, I guess, in this netherworld set to obey a Fritz descendant, right?
Right.
So I guess she's still in that headspace of like obedience.
消えていい。決めるのはお前だ。ユミナ、俺の命令に従え。全てはユミルの民から待っていたんだろう。ずっと俺は王家の血を引く者だ。2000年前から誰かを。
Ooh. Face.
So I fucked up.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Happens to the best of us.
we're filming with my phone, but I forgot to delete the past videos we had filmed before today to make space in my phone. So
We cut off in the middle of the episode.
yeah,
It wasn't in the middle.
And
It
we
was
didn't-
like on the second part ish.
didn't realize it happened until we were done filming.
Yeah.
So I'm so sorry that you missed our reaction to the rest of this episode. We're not going to,
Rewatch it.
bother to rewatch that part of the episode. Just it won't be our first time reaction, but we're still going to talk about it because there's a lot to talk about.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
So first, okay, so
Okay.
Grisha
Right.
warns Zeke about Eren.
Yeah. That.
And then Zeke is like, what?
Then we get all this backstory about Emir, which I had mixed feelings about because on the one hand, it's always awesome to finally
Get info.
Yeah.
On this series that's like, has been a mystery for the
Right.
longest time.
But also, it was just so freaking hard to watch. Just the fact that she was a slave, and just because she let a pig out of the pen, they hunted her in the woods
Yeah.
for sport, and then
Well, no, she didn't. She might not have even let the pig out of the pen. I think they might have just blamed her.
right, but for that, as
Yeah.
punishment for that, because she was the one everyone accused, they hunt her for sport, and then even when she miraculously gets the power of the Titans, she doesn't have the will to free herself. She's just so subservient and loyal to this
Yeah.
king.
Like mentally broken.
Yeah, and helps him conquer the surrounding lands, and then sacrifices her own life to save him. And in between that, bears this guy's children. I need to repeat this line again. I will give you my seed.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
No. So she bears his children, and then after she dies, he has his children
Eat her.
eat her.
Yeah.
I can't get over this.
Yeah. And then his kids are called Maria Rose and Cena.
Oh yeah, that was a cool fun fact.
That made the cannibalism worth it.
When her eyes
Yeah, so then her
appear,
eyes
that
show
was
up.
such a
Yeah.
cool moment. And then she gives Eren the coordinate. I was confused about that at first because I was like, well, wait, is Zeke still... I thought that Eren still needed Zeke to control the coordinate, but
Yeah, so then we would just discuss that because Zeke could only control the coordinate because Ymir was subservient to the royal line.
right.
But when she stopped doing that and she decided to do what Eren wanted, then Eren doesn't need Zeke anymore. And then he immediately just destroys all the walls and brings all the Colossal Titans out. And then telepathically contacts all Eldians and says, subjects of Ymir, I'm here to protect Paradise, my home, and then my people, the Eldians. And everyone else in the world is like threatened by us. And they won't stop until we're all dead. So I'm going to go out into the world and destroy every last life that isn't an Eldian, basically, from our shores.
So now we know what Eren's plan actually is, and it's what I was afraid of. Because, like, I understand if Eren feels like the world is making is creating the situation where there has to be a choice between who gets to live, either Eldians or everyone else. And because Eren is Eldian and all people he love are Eldians, he's going to choose Eldians. And now he has the power to make that choice. So I understand that, but it's still wrong to kill all these innocent people, obviously.
But at the end of season 3, you remember him when they got to the beach, and he was like, "Hey, if we kill everyone on the other side of the ocean, does that mean we'll be free?"
Right.
And
that was after he touched Historia's hand and knew his future. Yeah, it's
Oh,
revealed
yeah.
in this episode that when he touches Historia's hand at the
he
end
gets
of
a
season
glimpse
3,
of his own future.
yeah. And now I want to rewatch those episodes after
same.
that moment to like, so this whole time he
he's
knows.
Yeah. Because he shared with the scouts about something that he saw when he touched Historia's hand, right? Later. He talked about that.
He talked about seeing, because in that moment we actually see some of the memories he sees, which are Grisha's in the church caverns. Just hit from his point of view, pleading to Frida to use the Wall Titans to defend, to save Shiganshina from the Colossal and Armored Titans and to free Eldia from the oppression of Marley and the rest of the world. And that's all they showed us. But apparently he saw a lot more than that.
Yeah. But because he didn't want to, or at least he claimed. See, now everything after that moment, I don't know what he said is what's genuine and what's not. Because he said after that he didn't want to say anything at first because he didn't want them to just like kind of restrict Historia any more than she already has been, and like control her. He was like, he didn't want to make Historia another link between him and the Coordinate, because otherwise they might make them have children, they might do all these other things, right?
Right. Yeah.
So
I mean,
he
does have
kept it
these-
secret, right?
Well,
Because he didn't want her to get hurt.
right, but now
But that's what he said. So now I'm not actually sure because he seems to actually want to protect Eldians, but it seems like his bigger motivation is just destroying everyone else.
So he still doesn't want Historia to have that kind of an existence.
What do you mean?
Because I kind of, like, up until now, I kind of thought he just conceded to this plan to... Because Historia is having a kid so she can inherit the Beast Titan and be the key to unlock the Founding Titan's power, and her descendants to do the same.
Is that it?
Yeah.
Oh.
So I thought that Eren had just conceded to this plan, but now I'm thinking, if this was always his plan, he doesn't... if he wipes everyone else out, they don't need to stay in control of this Titan, and Historia doesn't need to inherit Titan.
Because he has full control of the Coordinate now.
No, because everyone else is dead.
Oh, yeah. That's
Everyone
true
else
too.
is once everyone dies, they don't need to pass on this power to protect themselves. I mean, I'm not sure what Eren
What the end game is.
imagines this power, what's going to happen with this power after he kills everyone. Like if it passes on to someone random, or if, he's going to have someone eat him, or if he's going to change Eldians somehow so that they can't
inherit Titans anymore.
Yeah, I mean, I still want them to address that possibility
Of
in
like,
this show.
if they can be changed to be
Right.
euthanized, then can they be changed and not inherit Titans?
Right. Yeah. Because I mean, I don't want this show to end without anyone considering that as an idea. Like if there's a reason that can't be done, like it's
You want it to be talked about.
right. Yeah. Also, that weird thing that Ymir, the way Ymir came into contact with that
that
thing,
snake
and
thing.
the way she got the power was coming into contact with that weird spinal cord snake.
Yeah. And I suspected, because now Eren kind of looks like a dinosaur. And the only time we've seen a dinosaur before this is in the opening of season 2, I think.
Yeah, with
When the
whales
Beast Titan
and
is like
the
running.
mammoth, the
and-
T-Rex.
Yeah. And so there are a bunch of like massive animals, I guess, that were running alongside Zeke in that shot, and they haven't been referenced at all until now. So I was wondering, like, are those animals somehow connected to the Nine Titans, and like the Titans are like some kind of like incarnation of those like beasts,
Right.
primordial beasts, or like maybe the particular Nine Titans abilities are somehow connected to those different beasts, because there's a handful of Titans that move on all fours already, right?
Well, a couple.
Or a couple, I guess. The Jaw Titan and the Cart Titan. But like the Cart Titan especially, because it's like it's a beast of burden. You know what I'm saying? Like it's a little more like direct reference to an animal. No, but it's also like it's a little bit more directly compared to an animal.
Sure.
Than some of the other Titans. Like even the Jaw Titan is all fours and it's got big teeth, right? But like the Cart Titan is like, it's like a mule or a horse.
It's a quadruped, yeah.
But like in a way that like a mule or a horse is domesticated and is used to carry heavy loads and pull heavy things. And like the Cart Titan's snout is kind of like pulled forward in a way that's kind of horse-like, right?
I guess so. I kind of always thought it looked like a platypus.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I didn't know what it looked like before. I was like, that's a very weird design. But now that I'm thinking, if one of those animals is some kind of like horse or mule or something, potentially that could be the analog to the Cart Titan. If there were 9 of them, we'd have to look at that opening again and like maybe look at it a little closer and see if there's any more direct comparisons. But all we know for sure now is that Eren seems to have taken this like Stegosaurus form.
I still definitely hope that they explain just a little bit more about the origins of Titans, just because, you know, like we do see that moment where Ymir comes into contact with that thing, the spinal cord snake. I don't know what the internet is going to call it, but it's such an ambiguous thing that they've just now thrown at us that I just want just an explanation about what it is, you know, because you were saying how, like, you know, there has to be a line we have to draw, like they can't, like,
I feel, or
you can't explain every single thing or else it's never going to end.
Well, it's like,
but
at a certain point there will be an explanation where you'll have to accept it as like, okay, this is just, here's where the bridge is between like fantasy magical stuff and real stuff, right? And you just accept it as like, okay, this is like the magic thing that happened.
But like, you know,
so I guess personally I'm already at that point. It's like, okay, there's this ancient thing that has seemed to be pre-existing and connected with Ymir. But yeah, you're right, it is unexplained.
So I just want a little bit more. You know, like if the way it happened was more consistent with the lore that the Marleyans actually tell, like Ymir met the devil of all earth, and the devil of all earth gave her the power, I wouldn't question where the devil of all earth came from. I would just accept that the devil of all earth is a part of this world. But the fact that they've established that no, it wasn't devil of all earth, it was just this weird being, and that has no name, no origin, is so ambiguous and obscure. Because of that, I want to know what is it and where does it come from and how does it, what part, like where does it fit in this world? Why does it exist?
Right.
So yeah, they might explain that, they might not. I'm just, you know, it's something I'm hoping for.
So I guess Eren wants to, is it genocide if it's multiple types of people? Is it multi-genocide? What is, there might be a name for it.
I don't think anyone's done it before.
Or anyone's tried to.
I think I think the closest word is genocide.
Thanks for bearing with us with the technical difficulties.
Sorry again for missing out on the rest of our reaction. It's been a weird week. But now we know better, we will be more careful. And, so yeah, if you like this video, feel free to like, leave a comment, and subscribe. And hopefully we'll see you next time. Bye.
See you guys.